Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here at ETH, seeing what's going on here. This coin is doing fairly poor. There's no other way around it. And I'm super glad and congrats to our community members for some awesome profits here. Quick little heads up, we took AVAX 43% and ETH 22% from our scalping bot there. And then more important, our swing trades, ICP 47%, Matic 42%, ETH 46%, and Bitcoin 40% on that nice little Bitcoin drop there. We still got a couple more targets to go. Considering opening a new set of shorts here, we're going to see here soon what that looks like. Of course, make sure that's worthwhile. So if you're new to the channel, not a financial advisor, hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, again, cryptocash.tech is a site link down below for that. So let's look at the backend data here and kind of see what's going on. So ETH liquidation levels. Let's go ahead and double check a few key factors here. Now we're going to look at some macro stuff here just because if you zoom in too close, while we'll see a lot of liquidation recently, of course that happens, the bigger picture is much better to understand where you're at in the overall sense of things. So if we look here, a lot of liquidation, of course, between 23 and 2400. Those are more recent shorts, more recent longs entering the market within the last 7 to 14 days. If we look though, big picture, this is scary. 2030, roughly about 2000 is a round number. We have a monstrous amount of liquidation. Keep in mind, Bitcoin has a ton of liquidation at 38,000. If that's retested, that level, we'll very well see somewhere in the range of 2,200 to 2,000 from ETH. Okay, again, a lot of this depends on a few key factors, but generally speaking, that is a very, very scary thing there based on big picture. So let's look at the big picture here for the daily time frame on ETH. Now, I'll cover the larger time frames a little bit later with the monthly and the weekly, but for right now, we can kind of summarize that we're under 50 on the RSI. The stochastic RSI is swinging down, of course, seeing that we have more downside potential, and the money flow index is coming down. MACD is diverging. There's literally nothing here telling us you want to take a long position. If you do take a long, just take it with a grain of salt and recognize you could very well lose your money or your shirt, depending on how much you leverage. Low leverage, low position size, highly recommend that right now. We're maintaining at or close to the 50-day SMA, but that's really not much of a helpful tool right now. Okay, so again, you never take trades based on moving averages or one moving average. You look at everything first. And the daily time frame is overall bearish. Same thing here with the 4 hour. We can see it, the 200-day SMA kind of hanging out there at about 23.75, and of course all the other moving averages trailing behind. So we're pretty much in this bearish type of situation here. We can see this 0.618 fib level with this previous support turned resistance at 2380, looking to be a potential resistance level moving forward. So what's cool about ETH here is like almost every single support and resistance level is lining up with the fibs here. So there's a decent chance we could see 2287 in the near future retested. I think that's close to our fourth profit target for our current short trade open already. So just be mindful. We could very well continue to hit those targets. There is potential for a small short-term bounce from Bitcoin, and in turn, altcoins could surge, but at this point, it's not looking great. Keep in mind, massively overextended here. We haven't seen an RSI on the 4-hour time frame under 30 in, drum roll please, it's been October was the last time we saw this. Okay, so again, this is not really a good situation. Typically, the price action comes down this low, it's going to recover moderately well. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised we see a slight relief rally here, but keep in mind we got a resistance at 2380. Solid chance the price comes up to that level and does one of these. Okay, so keep in mind that could very well happen. Is it a guarantee? No, but statistical probability, yes. Okay, so taking a look at last thing here, quickly to note, we got some fair value a little bit lower here in the price action. That's some previous value. We've already talked about that, honestly. That's somewhere in the low 2000 range. Or low 2100 range. Okay, so again, big picture stuff more so, but we probably won't see that right away, but we will inevitably see that if the price continues lower. Some really funky stuff going on in the market. A lot of Bitcoin is being sold off, and again, market movers are just taking tons of profit, and once the price gets low enough, they're just going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin. The price is going to go up, and they'll have a much better average position. So the best thing you can do is consider just adding to your position as the price goes down for a spot. For your spot bag. I'm not talking about a high leverage position. You just keep adding to your margin. Don't do that. It's not cool. I've had some members come over to our community as a result of getting destroyed from other communities, and they always talk about how that was a normal thing. That just seems scary to me. I'm sorry. Ichimoku Cloud kind of consolidating right here at about 2380, reaffirming the fact that we have a resistance level there. So if the price does recover, we could see a bounce off that level. Again, to the downside likely. There's absolutely zero reason to consider a long position right now. Okay. We've got 3 out of 3 indications saying, hey, short position is still viable, keep it open. So to my community members who are in that short, leave it open. I think we still have more targets to achieve. If you want to take profits, of course, definitely do so. We've taken, good 80-90% profit roughly, depending on what your strategy is. So I would just recommend not getting too aggressive with your take profit targets. Make sure you secure profits when you can. We might have a better opportunity to find another short here soon, closer to the 2380 mark, if the price recovers from Bitcoin for just a short while. That's what we're looking for. So again, all things bearish here, folks. There is nothing telling us a long position is viable. Please don't be that person that tries to do 100x long right now just to kind of show how awesome you are at finding perfect entries. That doesn't do anyone any good. No one cares about that. So last thing but not least, what you should care about is using a phenomenal exchange. Make sure you use the link down below. For this, of course, it's a no VPN KYC exchange. The best exchange we have right now is a community. They're helping us out tremendously. There's an awesome trading competition going on right now too. Be sure to check them out. They are phenomenal. And obviously make sure, of course, if you want part of this these trades here, of course, cryptocash.tech is a site. You got to recognize too, lately, we've got to be patient to be able to hit our targets, okay? You can't just expect, me to send a signal to hit its target immediately. While we had that a lot in December, this market's a little funky right now. You got to wait for confirmation and make sure you're safe. So to those who are being patient right now, thank you for just being awesome and not forcing a trade, right? Because forcing a trade is not really all that good of a call. Never is. Seems like a good idea at the time, and then you can just get bit, and it sucks. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll post our playout chart here on Twitter, Telegram, and Discord here shortly. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.